welcome to my channel. Now welcome to my channel. Now look at my.
You want them to clap? Say hi guys. Hi guys and welcome.
Happy your head. Happy no cover your head.
Say hello. Say hello and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Mom, you say this song. Now you have to clap your hands.
Okay, but you say hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Hi guys. Happy no cover your head.
No, say hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
How do you say this song?
No, not how you say the song. Say hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Happy and clap your head.
You're happy and you know it. Clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know and you really want to show. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Yay! Say hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Mommy, clap my feet.
No, you can't.
Mom, say this song.
Clap, stomp your feet. Yay! Say hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Happy no clap your head. Mommy, clap my head.
Okay, but can you say hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel?
Hi guys, welcome to my channel.
YouTube channel. Say please. Please subscribe.
This is cat dog. You know, there's a question.
Say subscribe.
Say
Say thank you for watching.
Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Yay. All right, take this.
I begin to.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, on this channel we talk about faith, motherhood, life, mental health, health in general. Today I will be talking about diabetes. Every day about 1,400 people in the United States alone are diagnosed with diabetes. There are two types of diabetes. There's type 1 and there's type 2. There are ways to prevent type 2 diabetes, but for type 1 diabetes there is no known cure and there is no known prevention to date. However, once you're diagnosed with diabetes, there are steps and there's plans that you can put in place to take care of your blood sugar levels and to maintain a healthier life. You guys might ask yourself why I'm talking about diabetes today. Well, it's because in 2021, I was diagnosed with diabetes. I am going to insert screenshots of what my blood sugar level was at the time. And of course, guys, this came as a huge shock because, you know, I always thought, well, I'm young. My diet's not really bad. You'd find me eating a salad any day, any time. So I just felt like I was doing my best. And so that diagnosis was really just weird. To backtrack, before the diagnosis, I was feeling dizzy. I was waking up in cold sweats. I couldn't sleep properly during the night. I noticed that I was losing weight, but it wasn't really intentional. I wasn't doing anything extra. I was just not feeling like myself. I had this weird headache that would go away and then come back. So I just knew. And that's another thing I want to say, like, whenever guys you feel like something's wrong with you, make sure to check with your doctor, because we just know our bodies better than anyone else. So, you know, I just knew that something was wrong. So, you know, made an appointment, went to see the doctor. They did all the exams that they needed to do. And, you know, they're like, yeah, your sugar levels are really high. You're like 9.9% off the test that they do, which measures your sugar levels for the previous 3 months and change. So it was really high. And, you know, at first I'm like, oh my God, like, what is this? Where is this coming from? Like, I cannot be diabetic. Like, that's not possible. what are we talking about? They automatically prescribed medication for me. And, you know, I was told to just go ahead, take my meds, and that, you know, there'll be a follow-up. My doctor would talk to me further on diet changes and all these things. So I get home and, you know, I got myself a blood sugar meter. I started checking my blood sugar levels, and guys, it was high. And so, you know, at that moment, I was just like, what's going on? I started thinking about my life, my children, you know, just where I was headed. I literally felt like death. I literally felt like death was near and all that. But then I realized, I'm like, yo, like, you know, I have so many resources at my fingertips. I have Google, I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I have YouTube, and I'm just like, there must be information, knowledge that I can acquire that could help me figure out what this is, where I'm going with it, and what I'm gonna do. And you know, and clearly, as I always say, I'm a woman of faith. So I also prayed. I was like, you know, God, I know that you do not hand us things that we cannot handle. Whatever you hand us, it's because you know we can totally handle it. Right after that, I went on Amazon and started looking at you know, books on diabetes. I happened to find Dr. Sebi's book. I did not sleep that night. I read the entire book. What I learned was that our bodies do better on an alkaline diet, and that once in a while, when we've stepped out of this alkaline diet, things happen. So it could be high blood pressure, it could be diabetes, and you know, for you to control or even get to a point of reversing these diseases, you have to kind of take your body back to an alkaline diet. So for me, that involved just juicing for a couple of days. I cut out all carbs. I cut out bread, potatoes, whatever was carb, I didn't want it. I made sure that my water was alkaline. I made sure that I was very intentional and very aware of what I was eating and putting in my body, eating proteins and veggies. So instead of rice, I had cauliflower rice. I would have just chicken with lettuce. I made sure, because this is the thing, sometimes people don't realize, but even fruits have carry sugar. And with diabetes, what's going on is that your cells cannot absorb as much sugar as they should, and so this sugar is just left hanging in your blood, and pretty much, and that's where you can see the sugar content of your blood with the meter. So fruits were a no-no for me. I just didn't even want to hear about it. So I had no fruits. And this was for a period of about 2 weeks where I was like, I'm gonna do this to reset my body. And so I did this, and guys, I am glad to say that I actually saw results within 2 weeks. Levels went from like 400 down to the hundreds. I had a period in between where I hung around the 200s, which anything above 200 is when you're considered diabetic. But then my levels plummeted and went below 200 and have stuck around 160, 130, even hundreds. And this is awesome, because that pretty much means that I am somewhat no longer diabetic. As of now, as of this very moment, I am not diabetic. My levels are not diabetic. So, you know, I just wanted to come on here and just, you know, encourage someone. I don't know, maybe you just got your diagnosis, maybe it's something you've been dealing with. You know, do your research, read books. Besides Dr. Sebi's book, I also read this book, which is Dr. Bernstein's Diabetes Solution, The Complete Guide to Achieving Normal Blood Sugar. So guys, it's possible. Don't let anybody tell you. Don't just rely on medication. I feel like our bodies are capable of much more than we believe them to be capable of. So, you know, you can do amazing things with your body. And especially as women, we know the miracle of childbirth and everything. So if you can do that, trust me, you can do much more than that. This book right here, which is the Type 1 and Type 2 Diabetes Cookbook. This is a book made by Vicky De Beer. Vicky De Beer is a woman who found out that her son was diabetic, and you know, the whole family had to adjust, so she had to create recipes that would be better for him. And so the whole family adjusted, and pretty much she changed her entire family's diet to suit the needs of her little boy. And this helped me figure out what to eat while I was resetting. And further down the line, you know, even after I've reset, I wouldn't say that I'm as strict as I was the first 2 weeks, because I realized that that would not be sustainable, especially because, again, I live in a very African household, so our meals are a certain type of way, but I still watch what I'm eating, and I make sure that I make substitutions where necessary. Drinking a lot of water, I make sure that I just make healthier choices. I've definitely reduced my portions. That's number one, is really reducing your portions a lot. So I don't eat as much as I used to eat. I just wanted to come on here and share that. You know, guys, anyone of you has any questions, you can feel free to drop them down. I would answer them. But, you know, things that I've learned is, you know, I still check my sugars. I also check my blood pressure, because sometimes these things come hand in hand. I check at least once every day. Now, there's a time where I would check in the morning, check in the afternoon, check at night, check every 2 hours, just to make sure that there was some type of progress. Initially, there were times where my sugar level really went down, like down. So I had to be careful too, because you don't want it to go too low. And that was because I was really drastic about the changes. Literally, imagine a whole week without carbs. My advice to anyone watching their sugar or trying to revert their diabetes diagnosis or their high sugar levels is to you know, drink a lot of water, try to cut out carbs as much as possible, do more proteins and veggies, and watch the veggies too, because some veggies like tomatoes, onions contain sugar. Yeah, they do. I was really shocked, guys, because I'm just like, so what am I gonna eat? Air? So yeah, watch, you know, read, look it up. Guys, this generation really don't have an excuse. Like, we have no excuse. Read up on the content of whatever it is that you're about to eat. So even if it's the sugar level, there's a sugar level, at least you know what it is, and you're able to watch the amount that you're gonna eat. Right? I try to stay away from raw sugar as much as possible. Actually, if you can cut it out, 100% better for you to do it. Have your circle, have your support system, be aware of what's going on so that they can help you make better choices, because sometimes you need that extra eye or extra discipline. So you need someone who will say, hey, listen, you can't. What are you doing? Is that ice cream I see? You know, do you need that right now? Sometimes you need that. Alongside my diet changes, I also did two things that are, you know, remedies that folks from Africa believe in. One was okra in a bottle and drink the water. Now, personally, I couldn't do that, because if you know okra gumbo, you know it's very slimy. So I did not feel like I was called to do that. So what I did instead is I was eating raw okra. So I would literally eat it like I was eating a carrot stick. And I think that really did help out a lot. I did that for a while. For about a month and change, this was really a huge part of my diet. So I was meal prepping because I didn't want to be caught, you know, never to be caught not ready. So I had food in the fridge. I had my veggies in there. I had my okra in there, and I would just, you know, snack on that. So whenever I felt like I was hungry in between meals, because my portions were really very much smaller than what I usually would have. So if I felt hungry in between, I would have okra, just raw okra, like chew on it. And I also had a lot of nuts. I did another thing. There's also another remedy that my mother would not let me breathe and literally force down my throat, that I think also was helpful. And this is, I think, it's something that a lot of people do as well. My mom encouraged me, and I also had a friend tell me to do it. So I went ahead and did it. So it's cloves. It's in Spanish it's called clavos. In French it's clou de jonc, and it looks something like this. I had this soaked in a bottle with a lot of water, and I would just drink that. So instead of juice, I drink that. Water, I drink that. It has a strong taste, but honestly, it's not that hard to drink. It's not like it's bitter or anything like that. So that, okra, and watching my diet, and just making sure I was doing my part, checking my sugar levels, staying away from sugar, guys, is how I was able to reverse my diabetes diagnosis. And right now I am well below the diabetes line. Still doing my best, still watching it and making sure I'm aware at all times of what's going on. So if there's any changes, I know what's going on. But this is I think it's part of life, guys. You're gonna have diagnosis, you're gonna grow, your body's gonna change. It's how you handle yourself and how you fight. Stay healthy and do what you have to do. And a big one too, guys, is definitely exercise. I made sure I was exercising a lot during those 2 weeks. So even when I couldn't be outside, I would literally work out for about 15 minutes in the house, even if I just had to do jumping jacks. It was a big part of everything. I already have a very active life, but I just feel like that extra activity was good. This brings me to the end of my video. I hope I was as clear as possible. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask. Again, this is not advice from a medical doctor. I have no medical expertise. This is my own story and what worked for me. And I just thought I'd put it out there. Who knows, it might help someone else. So yeah, this is my story, guys. You can follow me on my social media accounts, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat, wherever. And you can even email me. I would definitely look forward to hearing back or getting any feedback. Or if you have something that worked for you that you want to share, just feel free to drop in the comment section as well. It never hurts to learn something new, and it never hurts to put out knowledge, because you never know who you're enlightening or who you're teaching. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that this is helpful somewhat to someone. This is it for me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, be safe.